Wearing flashes with tall boots, yay or nay?
Flashes with tall boots. All right. Jordan.
I've got a pair of kinky boots.
Bring in the photo. All right.
Oh, baby.
Oh. I will say something potentially shocking to some. I don't hate the boots themselves.
I love those boots.
I am not a tall boot fan, but I don't hate them on other people. What I do hate are the compression socks and the flashes. They're not. Those aren't kilt hose.
Those are not kilt hose. Yeah.
They're socks, and the flashes look weird, shoved up underneath there and sticking out of the top. I would say this. This is a contemporary kilt and contemporary pair of boots that have nothing to do with Highland culture.
Right.
Don't make it about Highland culture. Don't put the flashes there. Don't try to make your compression socks into kilt hose.
You don't need them.
You don't need it. It's fine as is.
It would actually look better without them. Cleaner lines, basically.
Yep.
So now that's with a utility kilt and those boots.
Yeah. Band shirt, a graphic tee, or even just solid color shirt, flat cap or otherwise, solid color traditional kilt or solid color utility kilt, excuse me, and a pair of weird high kinky boots. That's fine. Have at it. Leave the sporin out. Leave the flashes out. Leave the kilt hose out, and just go all in on the rock star vibe that you're trying to do there. Again, I would not cross the streams, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, we do have a parallel, and we do have a lot of guys who wear great kilts in the contemporary modern way, which is basically, down over the belt, not coming up onto the torso. And a lot of time they will wear
moccasins
or like Son of Sandler or Rocky Mountain Oyster. I forget the other name for the boot company, but high Ren Fair kind of boots, and it looks pretty BA. It looks really good. But again, you don't need the flashes to keep them up. I mean, the whole point of the flashes is that they were decoration added to sock garters, which are there for the practical reason of keeping your socks, your kilt hose, up. If you're trying to keep your kilt hose up only like this many inches from the top of your boot, it's not necessary. As opposed to if you're wearing regular shoes, then the garter serves a purpose from keeping the sock from going. So the boots are doing the job of the sock garters. You do not need the flashes. It's just it looks odd because it's a trying too hard kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's not meant as a diss. It's just basically, you don't need them. You don't need them. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And we do recommend that you need to make a conscious choice if you're wearing something which is more typical, like a Doc Martin, a combat boot, police patrol boot, that kind of like a 12 hole boot, something like that,
or 15 hole,
18. Then you gotta decide if you want to have the hose all the way up with the garters or ruched down, casual, to the top of the boot. So.
Yeah, I apologize. I was going the wrong direction. So if it's 18 hole, which are really, really, really high, no. If it's 8 hole, 12 hole, basically mid. I'm going to be very careful here. Like up to here on your leg, like mid calf or lower, then sure, wear the flashes, wear the kilt hose. But higher, nah, forgo it.
And I would say in those cases, if you're going casual, I prefer ruching the kilt hose rather than wearing flashes.
There you go. See, that's a set of. That is a set of or a pair of boots. Those are probably 8 holes, and they look good. They're not going up too high.
Right.
If they went up another 3 inches, that's a bit too close even for my taste.
Yeah, they wouldn't need it.
It would be like 10 or 12 holes. But yeah, if they're 8 holes, fine.
And
8-inch boots.
that is Matt Home, who is a master at looking good in a great kilt. He's a styling dude. Now, but I would say even just with a regular tailored kilt too. It's just if you're going for a casual look, I think you're more likely to want to ruche the kilt hose. But as soon as you start dressing up a little bit, you want the flashes.
Yep. Agreed. Guys, before we dive any deeper into the question, I want to remember. I forgot something. if you want to remember, if you want to know, we actually have an entire community that we're trying to build here. Go check out our Reddit, our subreddit, Kilts and Culture, as well as our Facebook group, Kilts and Culture. I'm just cracking Eric up today, screwing this entire thing up. Thank you for joining us. Now, back to the question.
On to the question about the boots. Any suggestions on footwear without laces for those of us with arthritis?
Chelsea boots. Chelsea's.
Matt Ingram just said that. Blundstone,
Yep.
Chelsea boots.
Yep. Chelsea boots actually date back to 1850, by the way. They picked up the name Chelsea later on, but they were actually invented. They're theoretically another one of those things we can thank His Highness Prince Albert for. He wanted something for use in going outdoors up at Balmoral, and so the elasticized boot was invented because of him. So I know you don't like them, but
I do not.
But there's nothing wrong with them in my opinion. And if he's got arthritis and can't deal with laces, I think that's the perfect option. Personally,
I would almost posit like I don't like Chelsea boots. I don't think boots or shoes, period, that don't have laces, I don't like them with a kilt. I don't. This is my personal bias, fully recognized. Don't care. I think shoes with laces look best with a kilt, bar none. I would almost go so far as if you're gonna wear it, okay. Here's me being sensitive. You have arthritis. I get it. It's not fun. I have arthritis as well. Medicated, happily. I would potentially look at getting some elastic laces, some of those like elastic lace things, and then a shoehorn to get your foot in and out of the shoe. Okay. I would rather do that or tie it lace, tie it loose and get your shoe or get your foot in and out that way, or boots with zippers, than non-laced.
Yeah,
shoes,
there's some
footwear.
Walking boots that have side zips.
Mm-hmm.
I've even seen some that are, I don't know if I've seen any that are brogue, but there are some fashion boots out there for men that do have a side zip. So okay.
Now is it the arthritis in the hands that he can't tie, or is it the arthritis in the feet and that's the problem and the laces hurt?
Thursday
in the foot. Yep.
Thursday boots.
Yeah, Thursday
Good
boots are good. I have those.
Beautiful boots.
Danner. There's Chippewa I have. There's some American-made boot companies which I prefer. Yeah, so there are plenty of options. But yeah, to my eye, laced shoes look great with a kilt. Non-laced, like I could never wear boat shoes or penny loafers with a kilt. It would look weird. I would no, never mind. I wouldn't do it. Cannot do it. Won't do it. Nope. I'll go barefoot.
Figure out what are those options that we talked about in a very genteel and supportive way that works best for you.
Sandals.
Crocs.
Flip-flops.
Crocs. I'd go with the Crocs. Yeah. Gilliators.
Gillators. Yeah, no, those have laces.
Oh.
But you can't pull too tight or else you rip on the eyes.
Right.
Somebody made a pair of Gilly Brogues Crocs mix, and everyone was like trying to tighten their shoes and rip the laces out because it's just PU material. So
PU.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Enough of that. Marty, next question.
Yeah. To clarify, Robert specified it is in the hands.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Then elastic laces, pre-tie them, and then slip your foot in with a shoehorn. That's my suggestion.